Okay, so I've been told that the last video wasn't too clear as to where I was at. So there's the Locust Field larger point that everyone knows about, and then there's the Canton branch of the Haywood County Public Library. Then if you walk back here is where you actually have an older part of the cemetery as well. Lots of older family graves, including that of the Pharr family. The web site where I put the information about Roe Pharr and showed the picture of her and gave some background information on her. She's actually buried here in this section as well. This would be her grave right there. And then son of Walter Ambrose Pharr, grandson of Ambrose Pharr, is Wesley there. And so these are some of the old original founders of the Locust Field, the old Locust Field Baptist Church back in the 1800s. And then again, once it was destroyed, they did not rebuild it. Instead, shortly thereafter, the First Baptist Church of Canton sprung up. And if you were to ask them today if they own Locust Field Cemetery, they would tell you they do not, because they do not want the upkeep on it. Likewise, the same is true with the county. Again, as I pointed out, a lot of these nice family plots that were clearly designed for whole families have largely gone unused up here for one reason or another. Like I explained in my previous video, I think that is due to some of the research I found where some of these guys, some of the men, died either during the Civil War at a young age, and then their wives who were back home 25, 30 years old, they weren't trying to stay a widow for the next 30 or 40 years, and so they naturally remarried, and so a lot of these family graves remained vacant. As you can see right here, the size of these graves, whenever it was first surveyed out, you basically had your choice of a double lot there, like a 25 by 25 foot lot, or a 12 by 25, or even a smaller 6 foot version of the lot. Some people chose to have theirs adorned a little bit more than others, and some people went with just the bare bones section of it as well. So as you can see, this is a nice part of the cemetery that not a lot of people know about. I know I, for one, didn't know about it until I started doing my own ancestry research and meeting some of these family members and putting some of these names on these tombstones together. Over here, pretty much, which a lot of people don't know about directly, you can see the back wall of the library there, but you literally have some graves right up to the very back of the library, as you can see. So it's a nice historic place. It's a quiet part is naturally up here on the hill. The only traffic you're going to get is basically that from the public library. It's over on the other side where you get all the noise from Academy Street and coming off of Dutch Cove and Locust Street. So anyway, I hope this better shows than the last video where this part is located at. I got a couple of emails basically asking me where I was in relation to where the water fountain in Locust Field used to be. So hopefully this better kind of guides you as to where this part of the cemetery is located.